Hi YouTube, welcome back to Wtf Rc Cars. So we got another servo turn up, surprise delivery this morning from Ludicrous, or Ludicrous Lipos. This is the Ludicrous Monster Torque servo, and let's get this out and have a look what we've got. So really nice packaging as you get with all the Ludicrous Lipo servos. And this one is a bit different colour wise. Let's see if we can get you a good shot of that, but not sure how many purple RC cars we've got out there, but if you're looking at it from top there's only a very faint bit showing, but I do like it, it's different. And as with the other Ludicrous servo we got, you get a decent length servo cable, and you've got one pin on it that's actually grey, real dark grey. So it looks nice, but you can identify which way around the servo plug goes. So let's get some specs on this one. The other things we get in the box while we're at it, you've got an instruction sheet or a spec sheet. So let's have a quick look at this. We do get the obligatory bag of servo arms and a few screws and a couple of the little rubber end caps, anti-vibration with the brass inserts. So specs of this servo: it is refresh rate 333 Hz, it's a digital servo, it runs from 4.8 to 8.4 volt, operating temperatures of -15 to +70 degrees C, 3 ball bearings, and what else we got? The weight of the actual servo is 88.5 grams. Right, let's have a look at the interesting specs. So, stall torque. We have 35 kilograms or 486 ounce-inch at 4.8 volt, 40 kilograms or 556 ounce-inch at 6 volt, 49 kilograms or 681 ounce-inch at 7.4 volt, or 55 kilograms 764 ounce-inch at 8.4 volt. So quite interesting. If it matches up to the specs, this is going to be quite a powerful servo, possibly the most powerful we've tested. Operating speed is over 60 degrees, is 0.175 at 8.4 volt, 0.142 at 6 volt, 0.125 at 7.4 and 0.110 at 8.4. It's also IP67 waterproof level. The angle sensor, which is how it tells where the servo is magnetic. So it's not a carbon potentiometer, it's actually magnetic to sense the angle. It is fully brushless, it's got a FET driver, it is a programmable servo, so you can buy a little add-on unit and program the end stops and everything. Gears are steel, it's a 25 tooth spline on it, so that'll fit all the stock ones. Aluminium chassis. See if we've got anything else. So positive and negative wires are black and the signal wire is dark grey. So the dark grey pin, that's the one you want to your S point on your receiver. So let's see if we can get it, see if I can power it up just to give you an idea of the speed of it. Stick a servo horn on so you can see it moving. So let's have a look. So it says the grey one is the signal, so that'll be that way around, I believe. So we're currently getting 8.2 volt from the BEC. So quite a quick servo. Not the noisiest either. See if we put it under a bit of strain. No, definitely not Savox noisy. but definitely very responsive. So let's get this set up on test rig and see how close to them specs we are. Alright, so we've got it all set up. Although the BEC set to 8.4, we're only getting 8.21 out the BEC, and from the servo board it's showing 8.1. So let's get it zeroed. So at 8.1 volt, which is a good bit down, with 0.3 of a volt down from what it's meant to be at 55, and it's still reaching on average 51.2, and that's after 10 pulls. But if we look, we're hitting nearly 53. So yeah, I'd say at 8.4 volt those specs look believable. Right, let's see if we can drop the voltage down to 8.4, and there's no heat whatsoever, which is impressive. So that's as close as we're going to get to 8.4, so it's 8.2 volt. And let's make sure we're zeroed. So at 7.2 volt, I think at 7.4 it's spec'd as 49, and at 7.2 volts, so we're slightly down on voltage, but we're still getting 47.1 average. And then if we have a look, it did it 49.1 to start with, 49.3. So yeah, again, I'd say the specs are pretty much where I would be happy for a servo to be advertised, and then where I would be happy for it to actually be at. So looking good so far. Now what we got, so this is, thanks again Hobbywing, this is meant to be 6 volt, but it's 5.8. I think I'm going to have to swap that BEC out for something a bit more accurate. So let's zero it and have a run through. So at 5.8 volt, we're averaging 37.4. Now if we have a look at first pull, 38.6, 38.1. So yeah, quite impressive. I've got a funny feeling with this Hobbywing BEC, these wires look a little thin to me. And I know on the that's the other BEC we've got, what we run, and they certainly look thicker cables on that, so I might have to swap this out for one of them. But as for the Ludicrous servo, really impressive build quality, impressive specs. I mean, it's even pulling torque figures close to what it's advertised at, even getting fed with a lower voltage. So just because we've had certain brands send us servos and saying they're brushless when they're not, so while we've got it on camera, let's have a quick inspection and see what we're actually getting when we get sold a brushless servo. Let's see, make sure we got this in focus for you. So if we look at these screw heads as well, it's going to be difficult to see on there, but you might just be able to pick out the little rubber O-ring. that's on all 4 screws. And we do have a rubber O-ring that's now decided to stick itself under the tape. So they do come with a rubber O-ring fitted, a rubber gasket all around the servo, which again will add to the waterproofing. Let's see if I can put this rubber O-ring back in place. Yeah, so it just clips back on. Now I've dropped the power off to this because I wouldn't advise poking around inside one of these servos if you've got power running to them. In fact, I wouldn't advise poking around inside one of your servos anyway, unless you've got a reason to. But it is nice to see this non-conductive, and it is quite heat proof, this tape as well. So we can see there is waterproofing sort of all over the circuit board. It's definitely a brushless designed servo. So yeah, overall with this one so far, very impressed. Right, let's get it all popped back together and we'll get to conclusion. So, conclusion time. It's fast, it's very well made, it's waterproof, it's got a nice long servo cable on it, and it's damn close to the spec of it's advertised at. It's brushless and it's advertised as brushless. It's advertised as a 49 kg servo and it hit over 49. Unfortunately that BC, not overly impressed with it. The voltage, you can see it drops, especially on these powerful servos, which it's your voltage where you're going to get your torque and your speed from. So might have to look at swapping that out. But I would say it is definitely, I believe the specs it's advertised as, and really happy with performance of it. So again, Ludicrous, fantastic servo, keep it up. They're advertised and what they're advertised as, so can't really ask for anything more from a servo. And leave a comment below if purple is your thing. Thanks again for watching Wtf Rc Cars. If you like this kind of video, like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and share to friends and family. I'll catch you guys again in the next one.